Hi everyone. So today I'm going to explain a few of the misconceptions which I had. So in this video I want to clarify a common misconception about how Agentforce executes. So the scripts or topics or subagents, how it navigates. So this is something I initially misunderstood myself. So if you are building an Agentforce solution, so this will save you a lot of time. So going into the assumptions which I had, I'll explain what is the agent which I have built. So this is a case creation agent. So just if I have some access with any of the objects like account, contact, or opportunity, if I want to create a case, so based on user intent, it will navigate to the respective sub-agent and it will create a case. Addition to case creation, I have case status updation and as well as a case priority updating as well. So this is same for all the three agents, sub-agents which I had. So there are three actions present in each sub-agent and a general FAQ if it is not relevant to any of these three sub-agents. So coming to the assumption which I had, the assumption one is like, so whenever a transition takes place, coming to the subagent, so this is the start router, and here I have the subagent, account case subagent. So whenever the transition happens, so I thought like it will go and execute that specific subagent and it will come back to this original subagent from where we made the transition and it will execute this subagent as well. So this is how it works, I assume. So in case of a normal functional programming, it will go to a separate another method, execute that logic and come back to the method where it initiated and it will execute the same method. That's what I thought in functional programming way. But here it won't work like that. So if it is going to that subagent, it will take care of that subagent actions and it will execute and it will end there itself. So first I'll show how it normally works and later I'll remove this comment and I'll show how it navigates. So this is the preview window. Let me refresh. So create is access. So now we can see like a case has been created and it has gone to account case subagent and it has gone through reasoning of all the actions available and it has executed the create case creation flow. So if I go here, if I execute, I can see a account access issue. So let me go to here. So now let me uncomment this and save this. So now I am making a transition to the contacts subagent. So prior to going into the case. So let's see how it works. So let me go to the preview itself, refresh. So create case related to account access. So now you can see, so it got an input. It has gone to account case subagent and it again gone to another subagent. So since once we get into the account case subagent, during the instructions we are transitioning to contact case subagent. So if we go to here, you can see it has gone to the contact case subagent and it has gone to the reasoning and executed the action. After that, it has completed. So this is my initial assumption which I had. So it's like it will go execute and it will come back and it will run as other subagent action, but it's not the way how it works. So even we have a standard article where it clearly mentions if at any point in the reasoning instruction the agent executes a transition to another subagent, the agent redirects the conversation before the instructions are resolved on any reasoning occurs. So if we call any subagent inside the instructions of other subagents, so it will straight away redirect to the subagent which we are calling. It won't proceed further executing any of the actions associated. So that's one thing which we know. After that, coming to the second assumption which I have. So here, let me come to this. Yeah. So we have come to the transition to other subagent. So now we have different actions. So like once after case creation, we have case status updated. So the update action is making the case status to working. So if we have a ID, then this action should run. So that's what I thought. Like if after case creation, this is a logical instruction. So we have prompt instruction as well. So what I thought is like this is an if and this is an if and this is also an if condition. So we got a value. So the value is present. Then this action will automatically get run. So but it won't work in that way. So this is not something like in a coding perspective, like in a programming way, like when if got and the output is having that value in the variable, so the variable will check in another if and it will run this action as well. So this is not like that. So let me show you the demo. So here I have deleted the previous cases which I have created. So let me create a new case. So create this. So now it has executed this add agent. So it has navigated to the account case subagent and it has gone through all the actions. So it has planned which action to execute. So even we are able to see all the three actions. Let me go to the code with account access issue and new and it's medium. So the status is not getting executed. So what happened here? So even we are able to see these actions. Why did it execute? So if we go to this action, so under the input, you won't able to see the ID. So even in the first case creation, we passed the information required and we got the ID present in the variable. The ID is not getting passed to the second and third actions, which is present in the script. So why it is happening? So it's because of the user intent. So Agentforce does not execute in a sequential way. Like if the action is present, it will execute first and it will go on execute second based on the variable value present. It won't execute in that way. So based on the user intent, it will execute. So if I create a case and update the status to working and update the priority to high, it will do all the three actions. If I execute only create a case, it will create the case alone. It won't proceed further actions to be executed. So that's how it's working. So let me refresh. Let me go here, delete the cases which I created now. Just refresh. So there's no case now. Go here, create case related to account access and set status to working and priority to high. So let me execute this. So here we are able to see it has been navigated to the account case subagent and the subsequent actions has been executed. So let me go to here, let me refresh. So here you can see the subject got account access issue and the status got updated and the priority is high. So if I go and create another case, create here we can see now we are going to create a case, and we are asking it to set the priority to high, and we didn't execute this action, so even the success message is present on this action. So let's see. So it got executed. So the actions which are getting executed here, it's entirely depend upon the user intent. So multiple actions can be executed in a single user intent. It's not like my assumption previously it was like only one action will be executed based on user intent. So it's not the case. So multiple actions will be executed based on user intent, and it will. So it's the assumption which I had later while exploring multiple scenarios. I get to know like we can execute multiple actions in a single user intent, and it's not the case like even we are having multiple if statements in the logic instruction. It will execute all the uh, actions based on the variable values. So those are my assumptions. Later it got clear through working on multiple scenarios. So if someone who is going to work on agent script or Agentforce, so kindly uh, check through multiple articles or informations related to the documentations of agent scripts. So there you will get a clear details how it works and how the agents will be performing. So that's it for today. Thank you.